Are you struggling to get your business off the ground? Are you struggling to get your business to the next level? Or are you just struggling to keep your business afloat? Well, in this video, I'm going to go over some things that I believe will help you get focused to where you can start bringing in more sales. Now, let me ask you a quick question though before we get started. I'm here at my office and I look out at my trash dumpster and someone put some leaves in some bags because, it's starting to get to the winter time area. And they're going to put some leaves in a bag and put it by my dumpster. Is it stealing by them doing that? The reason why I'm asking that question is because when the garbage company comes with the garbage truck, whatever, when Waste Management comes, they charge me an extra fee. Number one, if something isn't put in the trash can, but number two, when they dump it, they have this camera, which was crazy. So anyone trying to do something wrong, you're gonna get caught when you put them in the dumpsters. The camera photographs everything that comes out, and when you put stuff like leaves in there, they charge me extra money. And then even if it's sitting by my garbage, by my dumpster, they charge me extra money for moving it out of the way and putting it in there to dispose of it. So isn't that technically stealing from me? So what I'm doing is I'm gonna have a camera installed. So take a picture and video of everybody who's been doing that. Someone put a little kid's swimming pool that I guess they didn't want anymore right there. So it's crazy. I just wanted to throw that out there. These are the things that we go through as business owners. And I'll talk about some other stuff like when I found money where somebody was throwing out trash at one of my offices and they actually threw out money. So when we were going around picking up the trash, we found their money too. So, but if you're struggling in your business, you're going to want to watch this video because it's very important. And some of you have asked me to go into detail about how I generate business for all of my businesses. I basically use the same formulas. And let me tell you something too. There's a whole bunch of people out there. I'm going to call the roll. Myron Guyton, Billy Jean is marketing. Tony Robbins, Gene Graciossi, Alex Hormozi, Russell Brunson, all of them. Frank Kern, all of them. These are very talented people with direct response marketing, but they have you fooled. They have you fooled. I'm here to tell you that the email list lead generation is the key to what's missing in your business. If you're not generating leads for your business, that's problem number one. Now, if you're generating leads for your business, then what you're doing with the leads is problem number two. I've consulted with business owners who had leads. They were like, oh yeah, I got a form on my website. I generate leads. I said, what are you doing with the leads? Nothing. Not doing nothing with them. But also, you know how I do it on my channel is that I'm going to talk about the mindset part of it too. So as we go through the process, I'm going to ask you some questions about how you're thinking. And as a matter of fact, I already know. You know me. I know how to read your mind. I already know what you're thinking. I already know what you're thinking. Don't you believe that I already know what you're thinking? Go ahead and nod your head yes. So let's get right to it. When you are doing anything for your business, you're going to be confronted with a whole bunch of things. See, I already read your mind. But you're going to be confronted with two major things. These two major things stop people from being able to move forward or stop people from being able to grow or just keep people stuck. The two major things is mindset hurdles and capabilities hurdles. As you watch me demonstrate this technique, I want you to think about in your own mind if it's a mindset or capabilities. So when I say mindset, that means when I demonstrate this, I want you to write down on a piece of paper how you feel about what I'm going to tell you to do. And if you feel a certain way, like I cannot do it, I don't see myself doing it, it won't work. Those types of feelings, those types of thoughts, those types of feelings, like whatever comes top of mind first, I want you to write those down. Those are going to be mindset issues. When I'm demonstrating it and you say I'm not technical, I don't know how to do that stuff, I get frustrated, I don't know nothing about coding, I don't know nothing about working with applications and softwares and all that stuff, whatever that is, I want you to write that down. That's going to be under the capabilities. Now, here's a crazy thing. I don't know if too many people have made this clear, but capabilities can be resolved by getting people in place that can take care of the things that you're not capable of doing. You just got to get confident people. Mindset is the toughest because that's what you deeply believe you deserve. So even if you see something that can work for you, you won't take the initiative to do it. You will just, because you don't believe you deserve it, what you'll do is you'll internalize everything that you've done in the past, stack it on top of there. And if you watch my other videos about the process of thinking, you will stack it on top of there and you will just come to the feeling and the mindset that you just can't do it. And that basically, bottom line is you don't believe you deserve it. Like, that's the bottom line. Because if you believe you deserve it, you would overcome any of the thought processes that would come to your mind. But if you believe you don't deserve it, it makes it easy for you to go through the process of your thinking and come up with excuses to show you that you can't do it. Like, you're going to be seeking out things in your own mind and in your environment to try to find out, okay, I need to prove to myself that I can't do it. But what you're actually saying is, if you flip that sentence around, you're actually saying, I need to find all these things that I can't do it because I know that I don't deserve it. That's the end of that statement. But we don't say the end of the statement. We just materialize the end of the statement, and it materializes by you not doing anything. You wake up 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 years later, and you're nowhere. You have all these dreams in your mind, but it never materializes because you don't believe you deserve it. Capabilities can be erased easily, but you have to go through the mindset of deserving to even be able to put people in place, trust people that are capable of doing the things that you're going to need to get done to grow your business. So this is the easy one if you're of the mindset. But most people are not of the right mindset. Most, not all, most are not of the right mindset. And as a matter of fact, I was not of the right mindset. I had to grow myself into the right mindset. I did start early. I started at the age of 15. But I had to grow myself to the right mindset. And even with doing that, when I had made my first successful company with my wife in 1990, first successful company, all the way to 1994, grew it to over $100,000 a year. We were still doing everything. We were very capable of doing stuff, so we would learn things. We would learn to use the software, learn to do the things to grow that business ourselves, because we believe we deserved it. But in the end, what ended up happening that actually blew and grew that business and put it into the $1 million range was we had to get people who were capable of doing the things that we were doing and potentially some other things that we were not doing as good, and let them do it and trust them. But that's mindset. So no matter what, you're going to always have to deal with that mindset. But putting people in place will help you at least be able to move forward, and you just work on yourself to be able to trust people and you can hold them accountable. That's the way that we did it. So now, let's get into the process that I utilize for all of my businesses, but it might have a little variation depending on what business we're actually running. And also, let me throw this in. You have to have a process similar to this or something in place, or your business is actually not worth anything. Your business will not be worth anything. If you think that you're going to social media your way to success, that's not going to happen. If you think that you're going to be posting on YouTube or all of these platforms for free, and that's going to be like the system for your business, no one's going to buy it. We just sold, I talked about this in another video. We just sold a retail business that we started with our daughter when she was 18 years old. We just sold that business for 6 figures. But the number one thing that they bought, number one, they bought the brand. They knew we had a good business, but they bought a system. They were like, how do you bring in customers? My wife said, oh, we run this ad every Thursday. Okay, how did y'all get all of these people in the store? Because they saw these videos that my wife would post where there's like hundreds of people coming into the store for these events. She was like, oh, we run these different events throughout the year. So it was like, okay, if we keep running the ad like this, we keep getting the inventory like this, and we keep having the events that you have, we have a system that we can buy. That business is valuable. Because no one's going to walk into your business and be like, oh, you want to sell your business? And what I got to do? You got to keep posting some videos on YouTube. You got to keep posting some social media. That's not a system. That's not a system. That can get you off the ground. That can get you some traction, but that's not a system. Nobody buys that. And so that goes back to the list, that the roll call that I was saying with Frank Kern, with Russell Brunson, with Dean Graziano, Tony Robbins, all of the whole gang, Frank Kern, all of them. They all do something similar to what I'm about to show you. They all do something similar to what I'm about to show you. But the only difference is that when they talk to people about it, and some of them don't even do that. They just try to make you get fooled that you're going to put together a website and have people just buy directly from your website. That's not going to happen. It is very difficult, even for them. Think about it. They will tell you to put together this direct response website and then have people go to that website and purchase from that website. But they told you to do that by you getting an email. So why don't they tell you to get good at building a list of people who are interested in what you had to offer so you could get good at offering stuff to them? This is the part that they miss out. But a lot of people, even when, my suspicion on why they don't tell people to do it is because people will not put in the work. And the reason why people won't put in the work is because they have a mindset block and they have a capabilities block. Right there. So they try to make it easy and they skip it and they just say, oh, in your own mind, as they're explaining it to you, put together this single page website and pay for some ads to go to that website and you're going to make some sales. And you do some tweaks to the website. That is not going to happen. No one is making money that way. If it is, it's like a tiny under 1% that can actually put together a website and have traffic go straight to it and not generate leads and make sales. And let me give you some logic behind why it can't happen. It's because right now, in the past, when we had infomercials and stuff on TV, there was no one that you could go and search and do all of this stuff to be like, oh, what can I learn how to do that for free? Can I learn how to do that? Why do I need to buy it from them? That is what's going on right now. Is that people will be like, well, let me go over to YouTube. You said that I can make this one-page website that can make all this money. Let me go to YouTube and see if somebody can show me how to make a one-page website that can make a bunch of money. So the whole logic, your competition is not even what you even think about. Years ago, I coined the phrase that you have the guy down the street as your competition, the person on the internet is your competition, and YouTube is your competition. Social media is your competition. And when I say YouTube, social media, free is your competition. And people don't want to pay for nothing that they can get for free. Absolutely nothing. But they will pay for stuff when you are able to demonstrate what I'm about to show you in this video. That is what's going to be the difference between you and your business going somewhere or you staying stuck. But part of it, the part that people are afraid of, and I'm not afraid of it, you didn't pay anything but your time right now, so I'm just going to give it to you. But I've always gave it to my clients. because I don't want to disappoint anybody. I'm going to straight up tell you, you better get your mind right. Because all the technical stuff that you could put in place, all of that stuff, anybody can really do that. You can hire somebody to do it, but you can't hire someone. You can hire someone to tell you how to get your mind right, but you have to have the initiative to get your mind right. And that's what you have to overcome with your mindset. So first, let's get started. If we're going to have a system in place, we're going to have to do what to get people to see what we had to offer. In your own mind, what do you got to do to get people to see what you had to offer? What would you have to do to get people to see what you had to offer? You have to advertise your business. So what I tell people to do, you have to learn how to run ads. You have to learn how to run ads. So now let's look at our capabilities and let's look at our mindset. What I want you to do is I want you to write down what came to your mind when I first said you have to run ads. What was the feeling that you had when I said you have to run ads? Because you have to have people come to see what you had to offer. Let me tell you, one of the things that I've ran into with clients is that clients had this feeling of rejection. Rejection. So that's a mindset issue. Like, I'm going to run my ad and nobody's going to want it. So what they do is they avoid it and they don't run any ads. Or if they run ads, they already put in their mind that it's going to be a failure, so they get what they're going to get. Remember earlier I said you will put together the story so you don't get what you deserve. So you put the ad together with the feeling of failure so you can get what you believe you deserve, which is failure. So what came to your mind? Did you have capabilities? I don't know how to put the stuff together. I just don't know. I get frustrated. I don't know where to get the images. I don't know all of that. Like, whatever it is, you write it down. It's going to be one of the two, or it's going to be a combination. Now, let's go into the technical reasons why you want to run an ad. Number one, you brand yourself when you run an ad. You are telling people, I'm in business, I'm legit. But when you run those ads, you do not need to run ads to sell people. You need to run ads to get people to raise their hand. I'm interested in what you had to offer. I'm interested in what you had to offer. Because there's millions of people out there who could potentially be your customers. So, you need to get good at running ads. How do you know that you're good at that your ad is good? Is that you're going to have clicks. Now, that might not be nothing new to you, but I'm going to tell you what the second part of getting clicks is all about. Because a lot of people just think, well, I got all of these clicks and then I didn't get any customers. That's because you're doing it wrong. You're trying to sell people. I wish that all of the clicks equaled sales, but it just doesn't work that way. So test number one is when you run your ad, you get clicks. Test number two is you want leads. It could be name, email, phone number. It could be name, email, phone number, what service you need. If you have multiple services, I say you should only run it for one service or one product because you don't want to get people confused. But name, email, phone number, or you could just get straight emails. I have pizza places that advertise that I just showed them, hey, you can build a list of people by just put in your special, having them put their email in, and when they put the email in, they get the coupon, but you're building a list. Later, as you had this huge list, when it's a slow day, what are you going to do? You're going to email out to the list, hey, we got this special right now, come in. Here's the coupon. Right there, some people, when I say that to them, they'll be like, God dang, how to do that? They have a capabilities problem, but they're like, I see it. I see it straight up what you just said, because that would work. They're like thinking, Steve, that would work. Can you put that in place for me? Of course we do. So now, you will know that your ads are doing good when you're generating leads from those ads. So that's step two. You want to get a check mark there, you want to get a check mark there. But first, let me ask you this question, because we got to go through the mindset and the capabilities. What came to your mind when I said you have to generate leads? What came to your mind? Let's go back to our list. Let's get some more stuff on our list. What came to your mind? Was it mindset or was it capabilities? You got to be honest with yourself with this. You got to be honest with yourself with this, because in the end, this is what's going to help you get to where you want to be. And don't think, oh, well, it's going to take some time to do this. Do you want to wake up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years from now and not gotten anywhere when you could do the hard work right now that I'm teaching you? So what came to your mind when I said you got to generate leads? So did you think to yourself, well, people are going to be interested in what I had to offer, so that's why I don't even try to get them to raise their hand to generate leads? That's a mindset. Or I don't know how to put the lead capture forms together. I don't know how to put all of that stuff together to even generate leads. So then you have a capabilities issue. So now, the next thing is a sales page or appointment page. Depending on what type of product or service you have, you're going to have to put together a page that's going to give you the opportunity and the customer the opportunity to see, buy, make an appointment of what you had to offer. Because if you don't do that, what are we doing this whole thing for? And from that, the end result will be you making money. So now, let me ask you, let's go to our mindset capabilities question. When I said put together a sales page or a page that's going to get people to take the next step to make an appointment. Say you're an insurance agent and you need people to make that appointment with you, because you can't just sell them insurance straight up. Even though insurance agents, you better be careful, because I just saw an application, a company put together an application that will allow people to input their information and get a quote and buy without even interacting with an agent. That sounds crazy, doesn't it? Sounds crazy. I thought it sounded crazy too when someone said Facebook was going to allow business owners to go in there and put ads together and advertise and not have to have someone in between do that work for them. I thought that was crazy back in 2008, but look what happened, and we're in 2024. So no matter what business you're in, you better be prepared for technology and to be able to get someone in place with capabilities to be able to get your business to where it needs to be to keep up with the times that we're in right now. But that's for another video. For your sales page, what came to your mind? Mindset, capabilities. What is it? Let's add to your list. Add to your list. So now, you got your list. With the sales page, what I say to keep it very simple, sales page, you need to be able to demonstrate what you can do or demonstrate what you have to offer. You need to have some testimonials that will show that you came through for other people, because some people don't move when they don't see that you've been able to do it for other people. And then you need to be able to have some type of call to action if you want them to buy or if you want them to set up an appointment to go to the next step. You need to have those things in there. And if it's a product that you're selling to someone, you need to have something that will demonstrate that product. And then that will give you the opportunity to make sales. But even with that in place, because see, that's that one page sales page. I already know where you're skipping. Remember, I can read your mind. I already know you're like, Steve, why don't I just scratch this section out and just jump all the way over to here? Just run the ad and jump it over here. Remember what I told you. All of those gurus, they're not telling you the truth. They're not telling you the whole story. Let me tell you the bridge that you have to get people right here. Remember what I said. Your competition is free. People go to YouTube. People go all these other places. So you have competition that you don't even know about. And then people are going to look at you, make sure that you're legit, all of this stuff, because there's a bunch of scam stuff out there. But so before I get to this here, I want to give you another quick story about how products, even a regular product, can be put to the side over something that someone can get for free. I live on a farm, and we have horses, and also we have well water. So we don't want to go around spraying the weeds. We have a long driveway, and we got this rock rocks all the way down our driveway on one side to stop the, when we first moved there, we didn't have any grass. It was just dirt. So all of the dirt, when it rained, it was kind of going down the hill onto the driveway. So we had this rocks put down the driveway long. My driveway is longer than a football field. But weeds pop up from there, and we were like, we can't spray that. My wife, she bales hay and sells it and gives some for our horse. We don't want to have any poisons in the soil. So she looked online, and they said, hey, if you live on a farm, or if you don't want to use chemicals, all you have to do is vinegar and water. It was this combination, and we did it, and it was like, this stuff works. This stuff works. So we don't even go buy that stuff anymore. We just make this mix. We got a whole bunch of vinegar bottles in our garage, plastic vinegar bottles, but the stuff works. So that's what I'm saying. People are gonna do that automatically. Even with these big corporations, they're finding that people are like going and making these concoctions and stuff, and it works just as good. And a lot of people are safety conscious, so they don't even want to put stuff that's gonna hurt the environment or whatever that is. So you're always gonna have this I call it like a behind the back competition. They can be like, oh, you are good at that, but they're gonna go behind your back and go look and see if they could either get it for free or someone else do it for them, whatever. So you're gonna have to be able to make that bridge. You gotta have that bridge in place. I call it a bridge. And the bridge in place that has worked for my companies, the secret sauce that has worked for my companies, is that when I generate the lead, I put a follow-up system in place. Now, what I didn't know, the follow-up system I put in place is, at the time when I developed this, was just email. There's a whole bunch of tools that you could utilize now. You can text people, live chat, all of that stuff. But what I did not understand when I put it in place was this is the know, like, and trust. You won't buy from anybody, no one that you don't know, like, and trust. Know, like, trust. No, say it after me. Know, like, trust. Remember, if you're my age, it used to be that little white ball on the cartoons, and it was like going to the words, know, like, trust. Know, like, trust. How do you get people to know, like, and trust you? You don't buy anything from anyone that you don't have a flip switch in your mind that you say, oh, I know, like, and trust this person. I know, like, trust. Know, like, trust. Think about that. How do you get to know, like, and trust somebody? How do you get to know, like, and trust somebody? If I came up and we were at a football game and you're sitting next to me, and first I was like, hey, Steve, hopefully the team wins. We both want the same team to win. And then later you'll be like, man, I'm gonna go grab some a drink. Do you want me to grab you something? Just being nice. And I say to them, oh, well, yeah, you know what, here, couple of bucks. Yeah, grab me one, and next time I'll go in the next quarter. You'll be like, okay, yeah, thanks. I'm gonna be right back. So you interact with somebody. And then all of a sudden, the more you talk to that person, they talk to you, the more they talk back and forth. Like, this is a cool person. It's a cool person. That same concept works. I didn't even know that it would work that way. The same concept works with email. Same concept works with text. All of that stuff. I was like, in my previous, one of my past videos where I talked about the process of thinking, the thought process in our mind. It does not matter how we're being talked to. That's the crazy thing. If somebody is emailing you back and forth, that's why you'll see these people like on that what is that catfish show. They never get to talk to the person on the phone, but they're going back and forth with texting. And it's like they start to trust that individual. The human mind does not know the difference. All it does is watch for the signals. It just watches for the signals. It's like, I'm interested in that product or service. First time, no, I'm not going to get it. But then the person comes back and sends another message. Hey, you were interested in that? Let me show you some other things that we've done for our clients. Oh, okay, that's interesting. They go back and see it. They have opportunity to buy. They don't buy it. Later, they go, hey, you were interested in what we had to offer. I wanted to show you what we can help you with this product or service. And then they go back and they be like, okay. And then they still don't buy. And then another follow-up goes out. And you say another message about how you can help them, the benefits, showing them other demonstrations, whatever that is, they go back. And they don't buy. And then you do it again. And then this time, the only difference was whatever time that was, they had in their mind, this is what I learned, pay close attention to this. In their mind, they had this life event that came up that said, I need to do something about this. And when that day happened, who do you think their mind is going to try to search to do it? They don't. Outwardly, guess what we do? Search, I need help with this. Inwardly, guess what we do? Who was talking to us about what we do? That's why when someone refers you to someone and you really need it, you just jump towards it. You just be like, my friend referred me to you. If they refer me to you, you must be good. Same thing happens. If you are in the face of the person, I talk about this with my attorney clients. They run in a commercial over and over and over and over and over again. Get in that accident. Who are you going to call? The person that you saw over and 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 over again. If you think about it, what did they say in those videos, in those commercials? They made you think that they're the trusted attorney that's going to get you the money that you deserve. You know, like, and trust them, not because you had any interaction with them. Remember I said it does not matter if they're right next to you, shaking your hand at a ball game, or you see them on the TV, you see them on the internet, you see them in the email. It does not matter. The human mind takes the information the same way. Takes it the same way. And when that person has that event, who are they going to think about? They're going to think about who they saw over and over and over again. And instantly, because of the way our minds process thinking, they're going to know, like, and trust that person, that business. They're going to know, like, and trust. Simply because that person stayed in touch with them. And when they were ready and had that life event is when they were ready to go by. And that's what makes the difference on the business. But now, we got to ask our question. Mindset capabilities of putting a follow-up system in place. Where are you at? Add to your list. Add to your list. Add to your list. Because that's going to be the thing that will hold you back from being able to move forward. So now that you have all of this in place, the end result is you're going to make money. The end result is you're going to make money. So you got a lot of stuff to deal with. You got the technical side to deal with. You got the mindset side to deal with. Now, obviously, I have an offer for you. There's links below my video here that will take you to a program that I developed that goes through all of this right here. All of this. I'll show you exactly how to do it. But if you do not feel that you have the capabilities to put it in place, you still get access to the video because I want you to get your mindset right. Get your mindset right. And then we'll put everything in place for you so you can just get your business moving forward. And we are competent people. I've done it for myself, for my businesses, and I've done it for other business owners. And yes, I do have testimonials that are sitting right there on that page when you go to see what I had to offer. Thank you for your time. Post your questions and comments. Do your homework. Tell me what business that you're in. This is Stephen A. Williams with Making Money with Stephen A. Williams here on YouTube.